Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a getting ready slash how to wear bright lipstick tutorial like this one. I am super obsessed with bright lips right now, and I know they're not always the easiest thing to wear, so I kind of wanted to show you how you could wear this on an everyday basis if you're willing to pull off the bright look. So if you want to see how I did this look, then keep watching. Bye. Okay, so first I'm going to prime my face with the Benefit Porefessional primer. I really like this primer. And I'm just going to rub this in all over where I have more visible pores and just kind of all over my face. I'm using the Nars Sheer Glow Foundation, and this is in Mont Blanc. I think this is about the perfect color for me at the moment. It's a little yellow, which I like because I'm naturally pretty pink. So I'm just going to dab that all over, and I usually just, put a little bit everywhere, and I look really silly. And I always joke to my friends, I'm gonna go out like this. It's pretty ridiculous, and I make the joke all the time. So I'm just gonna buff this in with my Real Techniques buffing brush. I love this brush. It's probably one of the best foundation brushes, if not the best, for making your skin look flawless and like you're not really wearing a bunch of makeup. It just looks like your skin is perfect. And this is really good, especially with like any foundation, not even just this one. So I'm just going to make sure that's rubbed in and use the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer. This is in Fair because I'm really, really white. And I'm going to put this under my eyes, and then I'm just actually going to leave it there for a little bit because I find that this concealer thickens quite a bit when you let it sit. So it, gives you a little bit of coverage. So I'm going to take the Covergirl and Olay Concealer Balm, which I love, and just dab it over any places I have imperfections or red marks. And I am going to also blend this in with my Real Techniques buffing brush because unless I have like an active breakout, I don't think I need to use my fingers. And under eye concealer, blend with my fingers because I always do that. Well, not always, but most of the time. So next I'm going to powder my face with the MAC Natural Skinfinish Natural. I'm in the color Light as always, and this powder is just really, really good. I'm just going to put this all over my face so I don't look too shiny over the summer. Gotta be looking nice and natural. So now I am going to lightly contour. This isn't going to be a big contoured look because I want to keep the face pretty neutral because I'm focusing most on the lips. And I always kind of contour a bit because I do have a round face and I feel like I look kind of like a little, I don't even know, just something that's like a chubby cheek girl. So I just blend that up, and I am just doing this lightly on my forehead, and that's the Hoola bronzer by Benefit, which I'm sure you saw. And I'm just going to do it right under my chin too, so I don't look as double chinny. And I think that with contouring or any kind of bronzing like this, especially because I'm super fair, you really, 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 really need to blend it. If you do not blend it, it's just going to look silly, and you're going to look muddy, and it's hard when you're really, really pale. So next I'm going to use this MAC Blush in Cream Soda. It was from the Betty and Veronica collection, and this is probably my favorite blush at the moment. It was limited edition, so I don't know about any dupes, but I'm just going to put this right on the apples of my cheeks and blend it out. I love this blush because it's super, super natural, and it just looks like you have a natural flush. It's not too shimmery or too bright. It just looks really, really good. So next I'm going to use this highlighter, which is MAC Lightscapade. I love MAC highlighters. I think they're beautiful and natural. And I really like my skin to look glowy over spring, so I'm just going to put this on my cheekbones and then also on the bridge of my nose and also right on my cupid's bow to make my lips look fuller. And highlighting is just super fun. I love highlighting. I always highlight. So now I'm going to fill in my brows, and I'm just going to fill these in. Nothing too exciting. I'm actually going to do a whole video about my brows this week, so look up for that. Yeah, just filling them in. I like to use sort of a gradient effect, which I will get into depth on in the upcoming video, but I do think it's important to fill in your brows because it definitely is going to make you look more put together and frame your face much better. So next I am going to use this paint pot from MAC, which is Soft Ochre, and I'm just going to prime my lids with this. I think this is just going to make my eyeshadows last longer and look brighter, which is always a good thing. And this is just a really good neutral color, and it kind of conceals any redness or discoloration on your eyelids. So I'm going to be using my Lorac Pro palette for this look, and I'm going to start with just the cream color. And this I'm just going to put all over my lid just as a base because I want my eyes to be really bright and to really, really look super pretty. So I'm going to then get a blending brush if I can find one. Oh look, I found it. Oh, I lied. That is a pencil brush. And I'm going to just blend that into my crease. I find that because I have pretty much like hooded eyelids, that sometimes a crease brush doesn't just kind of puts the product everywhere, where I find that a pencil brush can sometimes really define the crease better. But I'll only do this with a light kind of taupey shade because otherwise it might look too harsh. And I find that this is just going to give me a really good contour on my eye. So then I'm going to take this nude shade, which is a really, really beautiful bright shade, and I'm going to use just a shader brush, and I'm going to put that all over my lid. I find that this shade is so gorgeous and always makes your eyelids look very bright and very pretty. I'm then going to mix the white and the cream shade to highlight under my brow bone, and I like the way this looks. I think the white is too harsh by itself, but together it's just really bright and really pretty, and like I said, bright like 15 times during this video. So I'm just going to blend out the crease shade a little more to make sure we can still see it. A fluffy brush, so I'm going to look for a fluffy brush and hopefully I can find it. Oh, I found it. Okay, so I'm just going to blend out the edges just so there is no harsh lines because no one likes that. And then I'm going to use my favorite liquid liner, and this is the Kat Von D Tattoo Eyeliner. This is my ultimate favorite Holy Grail eyeliner. I think this stuff is amazing, and I am just going to do a slight wing. It's not going to be a big cat eye because I don't want to go too crazy on the eyes. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. I kind of start in the middle and then just kind of take it out from my natural lash line. I find that this looks the best for my eye shape and it looks the most natural. So I'm just going to make sure that these are even, which, you know, is always tough. So then I'm going to use my Nars Larger Than Life eyeliner, and I don't remember the name of this, but I will put it in the bar below. But this is just going to brighten my under eyes, and this nude pencil is amazing. I've talked about this in multiple videos because it lasts forever and it's great in the waterline. And then I'm going to just use my finger to do my inner corner highlight, and I find that that gives the most bright pigmented effect. So mascara is a must always, so I'm going to use the Makeup Forever Smokey Lash. I really, really like this mascara. I have purchased it over and over again because it makes my eyelashes look really good. And then I got some on my nose there, but all gone, all better. Just gonna blend that out. So I'm going to just, you know, I'm not gonna layer too much mascara on, just do a couple coats just to look bright eye. So I'm just kind of fan my face to kind of dry the mascara. I don't want it to get all over my eyes, and this is the final look. It's pretty neutral eye because we're going to do this bright lip. This is MAC Silly, which is from their fashion set collection. It's such a beautiful pink. This is like one of my favorite spring lip colors. So I'm just going to put this all over my lips. No lip liner needed. This is a matte formula, so it's going to last, and it's not actually that drying. I would maybe use a balm before, but I didn't really need to. So this is the final look. I hope you liked it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Let me know if you've been rocking the bright lips or if you found this helpful. And if you do try this bright lip look, send me some pictures on Instagram or Twitter. Same username at getglamwithlo. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.